Are you ready to start your research travels? I hope you are. Most of your travels will start or involve the University of Toronto Library's homepage. But realistically, it's a large system, and it's hard to know where to get started. So I suggest you choose Subjects A to Z. What you will get here is a list of best research resources for your topic. And I'm going to go down and choose the broad subject heading, Islamic Studies. Now I will get a system response for best research resources in Islamic Studies. It automatically shows article databases, but if you were curious, you could look for encyclopedias and dictionaries, text collections, and research guides, wherever you want to go on your travels. But my travel destination at the moment is to find journal articles on a particular topic. So I want to use an article database, and I'm going to use the major database for Islamic Studies, Index Islamicus. Index Islamicus will load, and it will have a fill-in-the-blank screen. You'll notice the name up at the top, ProQuest. ProQuest supplies a lot of databases to the University of Toronto, and you will see the name frequently. All of their search request forms will look similar to the one that we have here. The difference is that we have it looking at the information contained in Index Islamicus. Now, my research quest is to find journal articles on the topic Muslim-Christian relations in Canada. And I have a fill-in-the-blank screen. Fill-in-the-blank screens call out to us to plug in the words that we're comfortable with. And usually, you take the words just right out of the assignment and see what happens. So I've got Muslim-Christian, and I've got relations, and I'm going to put in Canada. Then I'm going to click on the search button. Oh, 5 results. That's a little disappointing. But wait, I can improve my search strategy. Let's start again, and this time let's build a better search. We can use strategies to improve our search. Boolean searching and truncation will help us. Wait a minute. Don't let the terminology concern you. You probably know how to use Boolean searching. Boolean searching is the use of and the word or to expand or narrow your results. Truncation, sometimes a wildcard feature, is the way that we tell the system to look for variations of your keyword. It creates a much more flexible search so that you get more results. Let's start again. I'm going to put the word Muslim, and I'm going to use the truncation sign so that it will look for Muslims in the singular and plural. And I'm going to use and to connect it to the word Christian. So now I'm looking for Christians, Christianity, and anything based on that. We want to connect it now, again with the word and, to the word relation. But I'm going to put it in the singular this time. And use the truncation symbol, the star, so that it will look for relations and relationships. Now I have to take care of my Canadian connection. Oops, I've run out of rows. But I really haven't run out of rows. If I click on Add a Row, it will supply me with another line to fill in, and I can connect it to the word Canada. Now, Canada's an interesting situation for this search. You'll notice that the automatic default for the system is to look in all the fields of information available. But sometimes when you're using the word Canada, that really gets you some results that you may not want. It could pick up an author who happens to be living and working in Canada. It could pick up the word Canada in the title of a journal. So I find it's usually safer to declare Canada as a subject and alter the field so that it looks for the subject, Canada. Can we do any more? I think we can. Let's make it look for some other words, related words that we could use. Perhaps Christian is too narrow a concept in this topic. Maybe I'm looking at Canadian society. So let's put in the word society. And perhaps attitude would go here because that's another word that might describe what we're looking for. Okay, I've added quite a bit. Have I done all that I might do for my search? I don't think so. Let's have a look at the search options. I could choose to limit it to peer-reviewed, but for the moment I'm going to let it include all of the information, scholarly, which includes peer-reviewed. If I want to at some point, I could go back and limit it to peer-reviewed. What I really want to do at this point, though, is deal with the potential language challenge. I want to limit it to English because this database is international and I can only read English. So, I've altered it, I've changed my search request quite a bit. What will the results be? Okay, 54. That's going to be a little bit more useful. Let's have a closer look at what we found. There's quite a variety, and I may be able to focus my topic even more. But let's see what we found. I'm intrigued by this one, representing Muslims on North American television. Now I can click the preview button and it will give me a brief idea of what it's going to talk about. But I probably want a bit more information and I'm going to click on the title to get the full citation and abstract. Okay, so now I'd actually like to get myself a copy. And if I go over here, you'll see that we have a Get It at UTL button. It's a button that's common to many of our databases. You're probably familiar with it. And essentially what the Get It at UTL button is doing is taking a citation and checking it against the electronic holdings for the University of Toronto. Let's check on it. Now, it has loaded a result where we have a PDF file. So I'm going to click on this and get my full article. Now here I have the article and I can have a quick glance at it. It has an abstract telling me what it's about. Interestingly enough, it also has keywords assigned to it. And you may find that if you see keywords here, that they might be ones that you could go and use in your database searches. Now, another thing as I go through it, I see that it has lots of footnotes, and that's an alert to the idea that you might want to check the footnotes that are available and see if you can find more information. Now, is that the end of our search? No, because we're going to explore lots of possibilities. Let's go back to our results list. And I'm going to go a little bit further down. And I'm going to choose number 7. It's an article that looks quite promising. So let's have a look at its detailed record. Okay, looks good. I want it. I'm going to go up and I'm going to click on the Get It at UTL button. Oh, how disappointing. It says no holdings were found for this journal. But you should always be suspicious if it says no holdings for this journal. With a collection the size of the University of Toronto, we have usually got what you're looking for. So I'm going to go and check the link, search the U of T catalog. Oh, look at this. There's an entry for it. And if I click on the title of the journal, you see that is actually available in the Robarts Library, and you'll be working with print. This is an important thing to keep in mind. Don't limit your search to what the delivery method of the journal is. You want to make sure that you consider resources that are in print as well as electronic. We've investigated 2 of these results to find information and get a copy of the article. But there's a lot more you can do with this database. You can use additional search tips, and there's a lot of record keeping to do. So keep in mind all these possibilities, and we have 2 additional videos that you can look at to help you with this database.